Hello there, and welcome to Day 4 of the daily updates for The Legend of Mathmatica Under the Shadow of Certainty Kickstarter daily updates. Okay. Yes. Clearly I do not know how to speak, but at any rate, here we are. Day 4. So, as stated before, we're going to take a look at the amount of backers that we've added to our number, do a little bit of commentary on that, and also talk a little bit about some of the stuff that we are doing towards the completion of the title. So firstly, backers. We have 16. If you recall, at the start of the day, yesterday, we were at 14. We have gained 2! Count 'em! 2 backers! We gained 2 backers. Which, you know, admittedly, it's not that many. But that's kind of to be expected considering all of our considering all of the constraints that we are operating under. However, I am committed to finishing the race. Now, it has been suggested on occasion by others that we cancel and then relaunch. And I do think that there is merit to that idea. However, partially for science, because I do want to have a log. I feel like having a 30-day log of someone who's had a false start will be useful. But also just on the nature of doing these sorts of things where you're proliferating information, trying to get people to see you, and to be sure, as a developer, Vernacular Games, the actual group, the brand Vernacular Games, we've been around for a while. We've been reaching out on a variety of platforms, and invariably, like the first time we tried Kickstarter, and this happened the previous time, the advertisers and such didn't really come out of the woodwork until we did the Kickstarter. Then they started showing up, and I've had a similar deal happen here. And of course, I could talk to you about my history with reaching out to streamers and that sort of thing. It was always kind of like a non-reply situation. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not all that party. But that's beside the point. The important thing is that I'm going to be forging ahead regardless. We will keep doing what we will do. We will keep doing what we have done. And we will have a log of what has happened along the way. So, I suppose strap in. It's going to be a ride, and we will see how successful or unsuccessful this will be. Now, I'm not going to make my predictions. I have my predictions, but I will save those for the end. So, without further ado, 16 backers, done that. All right, next thing. So, as I said before, we were talking about backer boosters and the like. I've connected with a couple of them. The Singapore thing ended up being kind of a bust. They sent me three digital books and said, "Here, read these." I'm like, wanted help. I mean, books are helpful, don't get me wrong. I like reading, but yeah. Anyway, so that one didn't work out. That one, we'll see if anything comes of it. But the other one that was interesting that I had mentioned was Prefundia. So, got into there and posted the thing. And I voted, and I added my own upvote. That's me. It's me voting that. So, by adding this upvote, got a mail in today. It was, I was ranked 59. With 0 votes, which is not, what's the word? Not confidence building, let's say. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna add one vote. So I added the vote, and I was expecting the number to not change. It was like to be tied with. I was expecting to just be tied with a whole bunch of other people who voted once on their thing, and then the number went up to 22. I'm like, okay, so this is either a hella scam, or it's just some dumb thing. Either case, I'm going to put the link to this page in the description. And all of you watching, if you want to join me in this experiment, just upvote on this thing, and I want to see how much the number goes up. I've already asked all of my teammates to drop a vote on this thing. I want to see if it has the same. Now you're number 3 after getting 5 votes. That'd be amazing. Anyway, experiments aside, so that is the main thing that I wanted to do today, and to be honest, I'm just gonna have a lot of fun with this. All right, I'm gonna do some silly things, and we're gonna try and have a lot of fun here. So that's Prefundia. I am currently looking at this whole cross-prom thing, which, admittedly, it's kind of silly. Cross-prom. It's like, well, dragging your cross to prom, or being cross with prom, or what did the prom do when it crossed the street? I mean, you could go on and on. Either case, cross-prom. It's a group. They're doing something. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to see if they have a fee or whatever. And I'm going to bash my head against this so you don't have to. So anyway, I'm gonna look into that. And yeah, that is probably gonna be the update today. Gonna keep the excitement down to a minimum. We've got a couple of other things happening in the background. Sigurd got his first animations in today. They look great. They look awesome. Redacted has done a phenomenal job on the stuff. I especially love the Justice Sword attack, which you will see a little bit later. It'll be a part of my update to the page, but I'm trying to keep it down to just one scintillating piece of information per day. So, without further ado, you can look forward to that. As always, I would encourage you to come to the Kickstarter page and back it, because, well, why wouldn't I ask you to do that? But I will encourage you to come to the page and back it, and, keep an eye out. We're going to keep plugging along, and we've got a lot of other stuff going on at the moment. I'm working on our website page, which may or may not already be live, but I'm not announcing it today. Maybe I'll announce it tomorrow. Maybe. And we're working on getting a demo up and running on one of the I'd say it's a premier platform. They've definitely improved since the last time I was there. But we'll talk about that next time on Kickstarter Ball Z. Why the balls? Because we're kicking the balls into the net. Something like that. If you catch that reference, you're not necessarily old, but you are an experienced and tasteful person of the net. Well, I've jawed on long enough. Without further ado, this is Redcoat, signing off. Play the games you want to play, boyos. Four.